how do we figure out what God wants us to do? We read the Bible and we know we shouldn't murder and commit adultery and things like that. We should be generous and take care of the widow and the orphan and things like that. But which job should we take? You can't look up somewhere in the book of Job. It's not the book of Job. You can't figure out, should I do this job or pursue a different career, go back to school? It just doesn't tell us that. And so for that kind of what I call guidance, we need to be able to listen to God. And one of the best tools that I've found is something that I call palms down, palms up. So this is a form of Christian meditation. Now, Eastern meditation is where we try to empty our minds, and that's dangerous because who knows what's going to come in and fill the vacuum. But Christian meditation is having the mind of Christ, like Paul talks about in Philippians chapter 2. And so palms down, palms up is simply we get in a quiet place where we're not going to be distracted by our phone or noise or things like that. And as a sign of surrender to God, we just put our palms down like this. If we're letting go, dropping something, set them on your knees and say, God, I want to hear from you. What do I need to let go of? And then you shut up. And if you're like me, your mind will start to fill with all kinds of to-do list items like, I think I should get the oil changed in the car. I wonder if I remembered to record the Villanova game and things like that. And so what I encourage you to do is just write them down, have a little piece of paper there and say, you know what, I'll get to you later. And then after a while, the to-do list sort of runs its course and then it's quiet. And then after a while, you begin to hear some thoughts or observe yourself thinking things. And if we're tuned into God, we might be hearing from God. And then you can turn your palms over and say, God, what do I need to receive from you? And just be quiet and pay attention. I've found my life gone in very different directions than I would have planned when I've followed this course of action of being quiet, holding things loosely, or being ready to let go of things that seem important to me, and just being open to what God might say.